The Iroko man and the woodcarver. In the ancient Oyo Kingdom, there lived a master woodcarver who dared to challenge the spirit of the sacred Iroko tree. This is the tale of Mr. Solomi, the woodcarver, and his fateful encounter with the Iroko man. Long ago, in the ancient Oyo Kingdom, there lived a man named Mr. Solomi, 56 years of age, a husband, and a father of 2 children. Though not wealthy, he was rich in skill. His hands could transform ordinary wood into masks, drums, ornaments, and carvings that carried the very spirit of his people's heritage. On market days, the square was filled with life. Traders displayed spices, fabrics, and food, but all eyes were drawn to Solomi's stall. People traveled from distant towns just to behold his works. Children marveled, elders nodded with approval, and travelers carried his art back to their homelands. Mr. Solomi had carved for many, but he longed for one honor, to carve for the Olofin of Oyo, the king himself. One day, as Solomi was polishing a wooden mask, a messenger dressed in royal colors appeared. "Messenger, by order of the Olofin, you are summoned to the palace." Solomi's heart skipped. At once, he gathered his tools and followed. In the palace courtyard, Solomi discovered he was not alone. Woodcarvers from across the kingdom had been invited. Each brought their finest work to impress the king. When the Olofin entered, silence fell. His eyes moved from one craftsman's work to another until they rested on Solomi's carvings. He studied them carefully, then smiled. "Olofin, this man's hands speak with the wisdom of our ancestors. Solomi, I give you the honor of crafting the images, masks, and ornaments for our festival of the ancestors. You have 2 weeks." The crowd gasped. To be chosen by the king was the highest blessing. Solomi fell to his knees. "I will serve you faithfully, my king." That evening, his family, friends, and neighbors celebrated him with drums, laughter, and praise. His name spread across Oyo. The next day, eager to begin, Solomi entered the forest with his axe, searching for the perfect wood. The sun began to set when his eyes fell on a tree unlike any other, the Iroko tree. Its trunk was massive, its branches touched the sky, and its presence commanded silence. "This tree is strong. From it, I will carve works worthy of a king," Solomi whispered. He struck his axe into the bark once, twice, until he grew tired and returned home. That night, sweat drenched his body as he dreamt. From the very tree he had struck, a figure emerged, a towering man with bark for skin, leaves for hair, and eyes glowing like fire. "Iroko man, Solomi, leave that tree. It is sacred. It houses the gods and guards our heritage. To touch it is to touch the heart of another world. I am commanded by my king, the spirit of the forest, to warn you. If you continue, we will attack you." Solomi awoke trembling, gasping for air. But soon, his thoughts hardened. It was only a dream. If I disobey the king of Oyo, my family will suffer. I must cut the tree. The following morning, Solomi returned to the forest and struck the Iroko tree again. That night, the Iroko man appeared once more, but this time his tone had changed. "Iroko man, Solomi, please leave the tree. I will not let your family suffer. I will provide food so you never know hunger again." When Solomi woke, his house overflowed with food, yams piled to the ceiling, bananas in bunches, goats and chickens tied in corners, palm oil jars stacked high. His wife and children rejoiced. "Surely, the gods favor you," they cried. But Solomi muttered to himself, "Food is not enough to defy the command of the king of Oyo." Again he went to the forest, again he struck the tree. That night, the Iroko man appeared, his voice weary. Iroko man, I have given you food. Why do you cut the tree still? Salome, angrily, food fills the stomach for a day. Give me gold, silver, and jewels, make me the richest man in Oyo, or I will bring down your tree. The Iroko man sighed. Give me 4 days, and I shall grant your wish. Salome replied coldly, you have 4 days. 4 days passed. Each morning, Salome checked his home. No gold, no jewels, no silver. Fury consumed him. He stormed into the forest, lifted his axe, and with all his strength, struck the Iroko tree again and again. The ground trembled. The sky darkened. Birds fled. A storm rose though no rain fell. Suddenly, the tree split open with a deafening crack, and the Iroko man emerged, no longer gentle, no longer pleading, but blazing with fire and storm. Iroko man, Salome, you mocked the covenant of the spirits. You demanded wealth beyond measure, but your heart was blind. Now you shall see true riches. Roots burst from the ground, coiling around Salome's arms and legs. He screamed as the Iroko swallowed him whole. His cries echoed, then silence. But the tree did not remain the same. Slowly, its bark split and twisted into the shape of a carving, Salome's face, his hands forever clutching an invisible axe. From that day, whenever the wind passed through the forest, villagers swore they heard the sound of carving inside the Iroko, tap, 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 the eternal punishment of the woodcarver who could not resist greed. The festival came, but Salome did not return. His family wept. The king was angered, but the elders spoke. Do not mourn him. He chose greed over wisdom. He is now bound to the Iroko, guardian of what he once sought to destroy. And so the people of Oyo learned. When the spirits warn, listen. When the earth provides, be content. For true wealth is not in gold or jewels, but in respect for heritage, in the wisdom of humility. The Iroko tree still stands, and on quiet nights, if you listen closely, you may still hear the faint sound of Salome carving from within.